Hello, little friends. Have you ever felt too small or too weak to do something important? Today's story is about Gideon, a man who thought he wasn't strong enough, but God used him to do something amazing. This story is called Gideon's Victory. Small steps to faith lead to big victories. Gideon's Victory. Let's begin. A long time ago, the people of Israel were afraid because the Midianites kept attacking their farms and taking their food. One day, a man named Gideon was hiding while preparing food when an angel appeared and told him that God had chosen him to save Israel. Gideon felt too weak for such a big task, but the angel assured him that God would be with him. Still unsure, Gideon asked for a sign from God. He placed a piece of wool on the ground and prayed that if God was truly with him, the wool should be wet with dew while the ground remained dry. The next morning, it happened just as he asked. Wanting to be certain, he asked for another sign, but this time the wool stayed dry while the ground was wet. Now, Gideon was convinced, and he gathered an army of 32,000 men to fight the Midianites. But God told him there were too many men, and if they won, Israel might think they did it on their own. So God asked Gideon to tell the soldiers that anyone who was afraid could leave. 22,000 men left, leaving only 10,000. But God said it was still too many. He told Gideon to take the men to the river and watch how they drank water. Those who scooped water with their hands were chosen, while the others were sent home. Only 300 men remained. Gideon was nervous, but God reassured him. That night, Gideon snuck into the Midianite camp and overheard a soldier talking about a dream that meant Gideon's army would defeat them. With new confidence, Gideon returned to his men and prepared for battle. Instead of swords, Gideon's men carried torches, clay jars, trumpets. At night, they surrounded the enemy's camp. Suddenly, they broke their jars, raised their torches, blew their trumpets, and shouted loudly. The Midianites woke up in fear, thinking a huge army was attacking them. In their panic, they ran away, and Israel won the battle without fighting. Gideon had started as a fearful man, but by taking small steps of faith, God led him to a great victory. Wow! What is the moral of this story, friends? This story teaches that God doesn't need the strongest or the biggest. He can use anyone who trusts him. Taking small steps of faith can lead to great victories. My question for you this day, friend, is that have you ever felt too small to do something big? What did you do? You can discuss with your friends or parents. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing Bible stories, friends. See you next time on Kiddies Bible and Other Stories. Bye!